Hi everyone, welcome to our first Pilates. Today you'll just need the mat. Make sure you've checked out our Pilates basics first. Link is in the bio. Otherwise, let's lie on our backs, hands down by our side, finding a neutral spine, lifting one knee to tabletop, lowering back down. So we exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. Making sure core is engaged, really drawing that pelvic floor up. Good. Making sure the knee comes up to 90 degrees as we lift. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Making sure the movement is coming from your lower abdominals. And we're not pushing through the hands or the feet. One more, then resting the feet down. We're going to imprint our spine. Knees are coming up to tabletop position. So now 90 degrees. And we're tapping one toe down. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as we tap. Inhale as we lift. Making sure your knees stay in line with your hip bones. Good. Remembering if this gets too much, just to bring the feet back down and continue as we were before with feet flat on the ground. If you want more of a challenge, you can lower both feet down at the same time. Remember, your lower back needs to stay imprinted into the mat the whole time. So really pushing that belly button down into the mat. Core is engaged. So if your back begins to arch, come back to single legs or with feet on the floor. 2 more to go, or 1 more each leg. And then your legs are going to stay in tabletop, and this time we're tapping one heel to the ground. Still the same breathing. We inhale to lift to tabletop, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Really focusing on that core engagement. Pushing the belly button down into the mat, drawing that pelvic floor up to meet your belly button. Good. Not pushing through the arms, relaxing through the upper body. Then if you want more of a challenge, you can lower both heels down at the same time. Looking good. We're not here for much longer. So keep it up. Keep that core engaged. Keep that back pushed into the mat. We've got 1 more. Then resting the feet back down. And we're going to bring our hands behind our head for our abdominal curls. So we inhale, engage core. Exhale, lifting head and shoulders. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift. So as we exhale, we really want to make sure the eyes are looking through your knees. Drawing our ribs down towards our hips, so we really crunch the upper body up. We inhale, lower with control. So we're not putting any pressure through the hands or on the neck as we lift, and keeping those elbows out to the side. Good. Let's do 2 more. And on this next one, I want you to stay lifted. Bringing your hands down by our side, eyes looking through your knees and beating your hands. So we inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. 1 more. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. And then lowering ourselves back down. Good job. Coming up into our oblique curl now. So hands come back behind our head. Same breathing. We inhale, engage. Exhale to lift and twist. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift and twist. So we're really starting to engage not only the upper abdominals, but our obliques. So as we lift and twist, I want you to think about twisting shoulder across to opposite hip. So again, our elbows stay out to the side. Now we're going to add in a little bit of a challenge here. If you want more, when you twist, you're going to lift opposite knee as you twist. So you're twisting shoulder to opposite knee. So not only are we working the upper abdominals and the obliques, we're bringing in those lower abdominals again to lift that knee. Again, elbows stay out to the side and really crunching up and across. We're using our abdominals, so we're not pushing on the neck, not hoisting ourselves up. That's why we really focus on that breathing. Exhale to lift and twist, inhale to lower. So we have some control and we really make those abdominals do the work for us. So remember, here we're in our neutral spine, so it's okay to have a little bit of an arch through that lower back. Good. Let's do one more either side. Good. Then extending your legs, extending your arms, full body stretch. Good. Then we're going to bring our knees back bent and hands down by our side. We're going to imprint our spine, so pushing that back flat against the mat, knees coming up into tabletop. From here, we're extending one leg out straight, drawing it back to tabletop. So the breathing, exhale as we extend, inhale as we draw back to tabletop. Exhale to extend, inhale to draw back. Remembering the lower you extend the leg down to the mat, the harder it is. So make sure your lower back is not arching. If it is, extending that leg higher up. Now either staying with the legs, or if you're wanting a little bit more of a challenge, arms coming up above shoulders, and we extend opposite arm to leg. Still exhale as we extend, inhale as we come back to center. Good. So really getting as much extension through the arms, through the legs. If you have any shoulder issues, obviously listen to your shoulders, don't extend too far. Really making sure that back is flat against the mat, pushing and engaging those core muscles, really getting everything out of the movement. As much extension through the legs. Don't let the legs rest on the mat though. One more. Then hands down by your side, extending the legs straight in the air, turning out your feet and beating the heels together. Inhale as we open, exhale as we click the heels together. Obviously, again, the lower you extend the legs down towards the mat, the harder it's going to be, and you will feel the lower back begin to arch. So work within your level. If your legs need to be higher up in the air, do so. Remember, we're working the core, not injuring the lower back. 2 more open and closes. Then we're going to keep our legs extended out in the V, lifting the head and shoulders into our abdominal curl as we hold for 3, 2, 1. Coming back down, full body stretch. Bringing hands back down by your side, knees are coming bent, coming into our glute bridges. So we inhale, engage our glutes, so squeeze our bottom. Exhale as we roll vertebrae up at a time, lifting the hips. Inhale at the top. Exhale to roll back down. So inhale, squeeze, exhale to roll, pushing those hips up as high as you can. Inhale at the top, exhale to roll back down. So really listening to your own breathing, making sure on the inhales we check in with our bottoms, making sure they're engaged, nice and tight. We really want to peel the back up off the mat. Really trying to lift the hips up as high as we can. So we're trying to push through the heels of our feet to engage those glutes, engage the bottom. We should be feeling it through the bottom. If you have had any back injuries or have a disc bulge, don't roll vertebrae up at a time, just lift the back up off the mat rather than rolling. Good, remembering we're trying to lift the hips up as high as we can. One more, and we're going to stay lifted. The challenge here is to not let your hips drop. So we're holding, then we're going to exhale, open the knees out to the side, inhale to close. Exhale to open, inhale to close. So the inner soles of your feet will slightly come off of the mat as we open the knees out to the side, closing, making sure your hips stay pointed up towards the ceiling and your bottoms stay engaged. Not letting the hips drop too much, making sure the bottoms are squeezed tight the whole time. Inhale to open the knees, exhale to close. I hope your bottom's burning, that's what we want. We've got a few more. Remembering listening to your breathing, keeping those bottoms engaged, keeping the hips up. Good, we're looking good, almost there. One more, then keeping your hips lifted, finishing with one more. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Last one, nice big inhale, and exhale to roll back down, lowering with control and grabbing your knees, giving them a nice big hug. Flattening the lower back into the mat, either holding or you can also lift up into a little ball. Good, then releasing the legs. We're going to roll over onto our sides. So this next one we're going to do is clam. So we're going to bring our knees to 45 degrees so feet are in line with your bottom. We never forget about that core. Core is engaged. And we're going to pretend there's an imaginary pole coming out of our hip bone that holds us there. So no rocking backwards through the hips. So inhale, squeeze the bottom. Exhale to open the knee. Inhale to close. Exhale to open. So as you can see, the knee doesn't need to lift very far to have this work our deep glute muscles. So really important to make sure we are squeezing, so clenching that bottom to open and close the knee. No rocking back through the hips, and we are isolating the deep glute muscles, so we do tend to fatigue in this position quite quickly, especially if this is your first time. So if you need to rest in between, please do so. If not, this is our last one, and closing. Then we're going to come up for a side plank. So option 1 is staying on your bottom knee, top leg out straight, arm raising up. Option 2, coming up onto your feet, lifting the top hand, and we're balancing. So really engaging those core muscles. We're utilizing our obliques here as we hold. Really want to lift the hips up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside like me. Keep breathing naturally in through the nose and out through the mouth as we hold. Good. Relaxing down, Coming back up into our side plank, you're going to lift and lower the top leg. So flexing your foot, inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. Now if this is too much in side hover, just lowering that bottom leg, lowering your body down, have your legs stacked on top of one another, and you can still do the same movement. So our core is always engaged and we're squeezing the glutes. So by flexing the foot, we're keeping our glutes activated. Now we're going to keep that leg at hip height, finishing off with some pulses. So when we're pulsing, we're breathing naturally, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and resting down. Alright, let's swap sides. So starting with our clams. So resting on your extended arm, hips come stacked on top of one another, knees are at 45 degrees. We inhale, engage the glutes, engage the core, remembering that imaginary pole, and we exhale to lift, opening the knee, inhale to close, exhale to open, inhale to close. Good, breathing through it, not letting those hips roll back. Looking good, remembering we're getting in deep, so we will fatigue. Remembering to smile, relaxing everywhere else in the body. We've got a few more to go. If you do need to rest, please do so. Remembering this is your workout. Good. 2 more to go. And closing the knee, coming up into our side plank. So option 1, knee on the ground. Option 2, joining me, extending both legs out straight as we hover. Pushing those hips up towards the sky, keeping the core engaged. Good. Looking straight ahead, not letting the neck fall. We really want to protect the neck as much as we can, not letting those hips drop. And we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Good job. So knee coming to the ground, lifting up. Foot is flexed, and we exhale to lift the top leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Remember to lie down on your side and do the same movement if this is too much. Good. Squeezing the glutes. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Looking strong. And I'm going to keep that leg lifted halfway. And let's finish with our pulses. So breathing naturally as we pulse. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that leg back down. Good work. And we're going to roll over and coming into a plank position. Everyone's favorite. So know your level. So I'm going to be on my forearms today. If not, you can have knees down is level 1, on toes level 2. If you want another option, you can hold with an extended arm. Good. So we're engaging through the core, drawing the shoulders down and back, evening out the weight through our body. So if we do start to feel this through the upper body, really just even yourself out. So pushing back through the feet, squeezing your glutes. They will also help you hold nice and strong, not letting your neck drop. So eyes looking above your fingertips at the top of your mat. We are almost finished. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lowering the knees, opening the knees out wide, coming back into child's pose. So sitting your bottom back into your feet and extending the arms straight. Taking nice big deep breaths. Then we're lifting up and over onto all fours. We're going to work the glutes some more. So We inhale, engage glutes, draw the knee up, exhale to extend the leg out. Inhale, knee comes in, exhale, extend. So as you can see, my foot is flexed, so making sure your toes are pointing down towards the mat. Good. So we do have a tendency to rock to one side, so really making sure we're squaring up through the hips. Again, we're not letting the head fall. Our core stays engaged. Good. On this next one, I want you to keep that leg extended out. We're going to inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Good. So again, focus on your breathing. Exhale to lift. Inhale to tap the toe down. So we're not resting the foot, we're just giving it a nice light tap. And we're going to keep that leg at hip height and finish with some pulses. So breathing naturally as we pulse. Good. Keep those glutes engaged for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Resting that leg down. And swapping sides now. So inhale, draw the knee in. Exhale, extending that leg up. Inhale, knee comes in. Exhale, extending the leg out straight. So making sure your foot is flexed. Toes are pointing down towards the mat as we extend the leg out. This really makes sure that our glutes are engaged. Remember to square up through the hips, so like there was an imaginary pole across your back. We really want to try and limit the rocking through the hips. This is a tough one. Think about using those lower abdominals to draw the knee in, and then squeeze the glutes as we extend out straight. Keeping that leg extended, we now inhale to lower down, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Good. Not letting the neck fall, drawing the shoulders down and back. Core is engaged. Squeeze the bottom. Inhale to tap the toe, exhale to kick back up. Good. And finishing with our pulses, so keeping that leg at hip height, pulsing, breathing naturally as we pulse. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lowering the knee down. And we're going to extend the body out, coming onto our bellies. So we're finishing with upper back workout. So hands are going to come out by your side, lifting the arms up, and we're scrubbing the floor, so squeezing the shoulder blades down and back as we're scrubbing the floor. So this is movements coming from the upper back, so we're making sure we're pushing the pelvis down into the mat and forehead is resting on our mat. Breathing naturally as we circle. Let's change directions. So really feeling this in between your shoulder blades, squeezing those shoulders down and back. Staying with the arms, we're going to inhale, extend overhead, exhale to row back. Inhale to extend, exhale to row back. So we're squeezing again in between the shoulder blades. Good. Keeping that forehead on the mat. Extending that arm overhead as far as you can, then rowing the arms down by your side like you're trying to touch your elbows together. Obviously you won't get there. Good. Let's do one more row. Then bringing the hands under your shoulders, keeping the elbows down by our side. We're peeling the upper body up as we inhale. Exhales, elbows stay in as we lower. So working the triceps. Inhale to lift, extending the head. Exhale, elbows tuck in by our side as we lower. Good. Really working the breath. Inhale, pushing up, lifting the head. Exhale to slowly lower back down. And I want you to stay halfway and finish with some pulses. This is our last bit of work, and then we're finishing with a stretch. We've done amazing work today. 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Awesome job, guys. You're going to push up, coming back, opening out the knees, sinking the bottom back, coming down into child's pose. So taking nice big deep breaths, still breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as we hold. Then we're going to lift up, keeping our bottom lifted and pushing the chest down towards the mat. So forehead can rest on the mat. It's a really good one for our upper back and our shoulders. It is quite intense, so listen to your body. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Alright, we're going to come up and over onto our backs to stretch out our glutes. So popping your right ankle on your left knee and either pushing your right knee away from you or lifting up the left leg, grabbing onto your left thigh and pulling the legs towards you. Focusing on the breathing here. Now we should feel this through our hips, through our bottom, keeping our back flat, resting the head down. As we inhale, belly lifts, exhale, belly falls. Good, releasing, swapping sides. So left ankle on right knee, either pushing your left knee away from you, or if you want more, grabbing onto your right thigh and pulling it in towards you. Again, feeling this through your glutes, through your hips. Really nice one if you do get any back pain or any sciatica pain. It's a really good stretch to be doing every day. Taking those big deep breaths, we want to breathe from our bellies. So inhale, tummy lifts, exhale, tummy falls, and releasing down. Grabbing your knees, giving them a nice big hug and just circling one way and then circling the other, making sure the back stays flat against the mat and releasing your left leg, just holding the right. You're going to extend your right arm out straight, turning your head towards the right and bringing your right knee over towards the left. So a nice spinal stretch. So you should feel this through the spine, through the lower back, and you might feel this again through the hips. So only bringing the leg as far over as comfortable and swapping sides, extending the right leg, lifting the left arm, looking towards the left and taking your left knee over towards the right. Feeling a nice stretch through the spine, taking our deep breathing here and coming back to the center, slowly rising up, and we're going to finish with our 3 breaths in a seated position. So taking a nice big inhale as we lift, exhale as we release. Last one. And you are all done for today. Great job.